On the 17th of May 2013, a government consultation on its Children and Families Bill will be closed. If passed, this legislation will allow mums and dads to share parental leave in the first year of their child's life. After a 2-week recovery period, new mothers will be able to go back to work, and parents will be able to divide the remaining 50 weeks between them as they like. But how practical will this new system be? And will dads feel that it's culturally acceptable to take more time off work? Jo Swinson, Minister for Women and Equality, has said that the plans, based on maximum flexibility, will give women a clearer route back into work. Currently, under changes brought in by Tony Blair, fathers and mothers have been able to share some of the 52 weeks allocated for parental leave. After the baby is 20 weeks old, dads can take up to 6 months of additional paternity leave. Mandy Garner is a journalist. She lives in Essex with her partner, 3 daughters and 1 son. She is in favour of more flexibility around parental leave because of her own experiences as a new mum.
My partner would have been able to take the time off and we could have shared it a bit more because I was the main earner. So it would have made more sense financially for me to be working and him to be looking after the children. Parents at the moment, it's very much expected that the mother's going to take the time off, and that's the financial incentive is for the mother to do so. But by allowing people to share that parental leave, then you've got kind of more options open to you.
The government hopes that flexible parental leave will help employers recruit and retain women in their organisations and prevent them from dropping out of the workplace after childbirth. Caroline Gatrell is a senior lecturer at Lancaster University's Management School. She specialises in the sociologies of health, work and family. Caroline believes that motherhood is currently to blame for women lagging behind men in the workplace.
The experience of women trying to access flexibility and maintain a career suggests that cultural attitudes just haven't moved forward. In almost every case, whatever level of the employment spectrum they're at, motherhood is very unlikely to enhance their career for a whole range of reasons, but mostly I think because employment policy, attitudes and legislation just hasn't got its head round the idea that women might actually have children, but they might also want to maintain a career.
But will the bill implement the changes Caroline sees as necessary to solve gender inequality in the workplace? Dalia Ben-Galim is from the centre-left think tank, the Institute for Public Policy Research. Their findings show that the introduction of a specified block of paternal leave, which they term a daddy quota, would do more to address inequalities in parental leave.
I do think, though, that the government could have gone further and thought about, instead of having transferable maternity leave, to have a block of maternity leave that would protect the health and well-being of the mother and the baby, then a block of paternity leave that would really give dads the opportunity to have their own defined time that would be paid for to spend with their child, and then parental leave where mums and dads could then choose.
Under the current system, parental leave can only be taken as single blocks by the mother or the father. A survey commissioned by the recruitment consultancy firm Office Angels in January 2013 revealed that 25% of men have never been offered a flexi or part-time contract, resulting in women taking the majority of postnatal care. Jonathan Sullivan is a father of 3 from Fleet in Hampshire. He was forced to leave his job and set up his own business after his employer refused to give him additional paternity leave.
My first recollection of asking for paternity leave was with my firstborn and my daughter. I remember a very negative attitude from my boss, in that I was a team leader. I was expected to be there on a daily basis to lead the team, instruct the team, and it's not something which is easily replaced by someone not being there. I knew that I would have that kind of pressure. I didn't expect my employer to be quite so forceful and negative about it.
Flexible parental leave has the potential to obligate employers, like Jonathan's, to accommodate a dad's desire to stay at home. But how would employers cope with a surge in demand for additional paternity leave? Robert Tyson is a small business marketing consultant and editor-in-chief of the Tyson Report. He believes businesses could buckle under the strain of new flexible parenting laws.
I think that it's going to be something of an administrative nightmare for small businesses, because I think, in previous years where you just had women going on maternity leave okay, that was disruptive, but it was kind of simple to manage because you just had one person to deal with. Whereas with the change in the rules, there's going to be a lot of toing and froing with two different businesses, and I can see that can be very disruptive.
However, a consideration of the bill's practical ramifications may not even be necessary. Figures released this year by the independent market research agency Opinion Matters shows that 40% of men currently opt out of taking any time off work for paternity leave at all, despite being entitled to claim 2 weeks paid leave around the birth or adoption of a baby. A survey by Office Angels released in 2010 also revealed that 1/4 of men feel that taking a long period of paternity leave would have negative implications for their career. Tim Neville founded the Lewisham Dads Club in 2004. Over the past decade, he has seen a change in the way that dads approach parenting, but believes that there is still a stigma around full-time fatherhood.
There's been a shift in culture, really, in terms of it being accessible to fathers and fathers wanting to come to those kinds of things. So there wasn't a kind of shame, but there was a kind of a taboo about dads coming along to childcare centres and stuff like that. And there still is, and there's a lot of barriers that we have to get over.
In June in Antarctica, male emperor penguins incubate their eggs, huddled in large colonies whilst the mother leaves to spend winter in the open ocean. It seems that males taking full parental responsibility is not as unimaginable as it may seem. The Bill for Flexible Parenting completed its committee stage in the House of Commons on the 25th of April. If passed, this bill has the potential to enforce a major cultural shift in how the UK approaches parenting. However, the practical implications of enforcing it will require compromise from employers and a shift in the country's mentality.